Hello, 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 and thank you so much for taking the time to sit and listen to me. I am Dr. Neva Alexander. I own a company called Neva Alliance, and I do training and development, professional development. And these are things at your age that you need to be thinking about for the future. For our summit today, I want to go over something that I feel is extremely important. I want to go over something that I feel is extremely important to you and your development, and that is solving problems. I'm sure you've heard of those, right? So what is a problem? A problem is a mystery. A problem is a puzzle, an unsettled matter, a situation requiring a solution, and an issue involving uncertainty or something that is uncertain. That is a problem. Albert Einstein, have you ever heard of him? Okay, if you haven't, you need to look on, Google and see who he is. He's quoted as saying that if you had an hour to save the world, we would spend 50, or he would spend 55 minutes defining the problem and only 5 minutes finding the solution, right? Defining the problem. If you think about it, you have 1 hour, 60 minutes and 1 hour. 55 he dedicates to defining the problem. What is the problem? And then 5 minutes, then use that 5 minutes to come up with a solution. In the world that we live in, you're going to have problems and you're going to have to solve it. Whether you are looking to go to a new high school, or you're going to go to college, or you are going to work, right? You're going to have problems every step of the way. How do you solve these problems? What are some things that you need to do to solve these problems? All right. So there are three approaches when it comes to a problem. And I want you to take a second to think about what are some of these approaches that you take. Do you stall or delay? That's one. Do you make a snap decision? That's two. Do you use a professional approach? Now, I take a professional approach now as an adult. Of course, when I was younger, not so much. At times I'll make a snap decision, and sometimes that's not good. And I'm going to go over that in a second, why making snap decisions might not be good. So think, I want you now to take a second and think about someone you know who is a great problem solver. This person can be someone in history, someone you look up to, a celebrity. This person could be your mom, your dad, your teacher. Are they a great problem solver? Who is that person? And now I want you to think about the traits, the characteristics and behavior that make them a good problem solver. So in other words, why do you think they're a good problem solver, right? Now, a good problem solver to me is someone that takes time to think about the problem, define the problem, and then solve the problem. They don't make a quick decision, right? Now imagine, now if it's an emergency, you have to make a quick decision, then make a quick decision. But if you make a snap decision and it was the wrong decision, you're going to be unhappy. Let me give you a scenario, a story, okay? So say, for example, you had to choose between an iPhone or Samsung. You're going to be, most of you probably say, well, that's a no-brainer, right? But what if you had to think about the cost? Where are you going to get that money from, right? Some of the features that you need. Are you familiar with certain features on one phone or the other? These are some things that would take a little bit more time. Now, if you make a quick decision and you made a purchase with the wrong, and you got the phone and you didn't like it, you might end up spending money again if you decide to trade it in or whatever, return it. Maybe, maybe not, right? But these are things versus just making a quick decision, you think about it, right? You again, problem solving takes an approach. You cannot work on something if you don't know what it is. And this is a great trait for a good problem solver.